Alright. Let's get comfy. Okay, this ain't comfy. It's been just under a week now. Yeah, it's like tomorrow it'll be exactly a week since I did the Brighton Marathon. And to be honest with you, it was simultaneously one of the coolest things I've ever done, but also one of the hardest things that I've ever done as well. Like thinking about how much training I did, I don't think I really appreciated it on the day, but like the amount of training that went into that. And then yeah, it just all coming together on that day. I had the idea of getting under 4 hours and I managed to get that done along with like all the injuries that I've had. It was such a satisfying like end to it. You know, the event as a whole, the amount of people that were there, I'm really proud, but also really grateful that I was able to actually like give that goal a really good shot of getting under 4 hours. If my injuries were worse, it might not have gone that way. So I'm really pleased that on the day I was able to get it done. I feel like for the past like week or so, or like since the marathon's finished, I've been on a bit of a come down almost, just because like the whole experience and the build up to it was so like, yeah, anxiety inducing. But just like it was just so intense, especially like the actual running it itself and stuff was crazy. And then since then I've had to have a break from running because I need to recover. Obviously, I haven't really got any goals set out, and I think that is something that a lot of people struggle with, like the post marathon blues, I guess. And I feel like it's not really spoken about much. I think a lot of people just they kind of sign up for the next one and just keep going and going and going, and I think that's how people burn out. And yeah, I just feel like slowing down, kind of appreciating what I have just done. Like I actually did run 42 kilometers through like my home city with like thousands of people watching. Obviously not just me, but like yeah, it was just crazy. And I think it's beneficial to have a bit of time to kind of soak that in and not just jump to the next thing. I think, you know, as humans these days, we're constantly chasing the next hit of something, whether that's dopamine or alcohol, drugs, whatever. You know, there's levels to it, not in a good way. This for me is like a practice of that, of like just stepping away from it and taking a bit of time to appreciate what I achieved. Really, I think it's a bit more extreme for me like personally, because I don't actually have like anything to fill my days with. I've gone from, I've obviously said millions of times on here, but I've gone from being at university and constantly having like work due, like stuff to do, and coming back here still haven't got any form of like consistent work because of the job market. Essentially, I don't want to like blame it on external factors, but that is quite a big part of why I can't get any work. So I'm not busy at all. It's been a challenge for me to not just like overtrain and just jump to the next thing. I think there is a value in that, in keeping yourself busy. And I think now that I've had this kind of week to settle down, and I think I probably will start to look for like the next thing to work towards, if that makes sense. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be, whether that's even going to be in like the fitness kind of area or whatever you want to call it. It's potentially I need like a bit of a time away from that, and just to focus on getting like healthy, because yeah, I kind of pick up injuries really quickly. So this marathon has put like a lot of it's been physically taxing on me. So I kind of just want to be wary of that and approach it from like a healthy mindset kind of space, instead of just being like, oh, I've just done a marathon, like let's just go do an ultra, or let's go do an Ironman. Like, as much as I'd love to say that I'm fit enough to do that, I just don't think that I am yet. And I don't even know if that's what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? I think, especially myself, I get like caught up in just following what people do on like social media and stuff. You know, I follow lots of people, and constantly consuming what they put out. It's like, okay, well they've just done a marathon and now they're going to do an ultra marathon, or they're going to go and do an Ironman. And it's like, well, I guess that's the next thing for me then. But reality is like, I'm obviously, it kind of sounds weird to say out loud, but like I'm my own person, so I kind of want to have a bit of an assessment period and see what I actually want to do next. And like I say, it might not even be anything to do with like physical fitness. Who knows? The key is to find and just sort of follow what your passions are. Like, people kind of get caught up in just following the crowd a little bit. Like, if you're passionate about, like, I don't even know, playing an instrument or making music or whatever, but you live with and people are encouraging you to do like academic studies and whatever, like, why would you do just because everyone else wants you to do that? Like, why follow what they want you to do? Do you know what I mean? Because a few years down the line, you're then going to feel like you've gone down the wrong path. Do you know what I mean? I kind of saying that from experience almost. For that next thing, like, give yourself that grace period afterwards, and then have a real like sit and think, like, what is it that really grabs me and like gets me up in the morning, and how can I like challenge myself in that area, in that space. I think that's the best way to move on from something, and to not get like, not feel lost really and lose that sense of purpose. I think that's very easy to do after doing something like a big event like a marathon that takes all that training beforehand and like essentially takes over like your free time. Yeah, it's very easy to, when that stops, even if it's just for a little bit, to lose that sense of like identity almost. But you just need to remember, like, you are not what you do, if that makes sense. Like, you are not like, I'm not a marathon runner. Like, I'm just me. Do you know what I mean? I think I get caught up a lot of the time in like whatever, even if it's like, especially when I played football, I was like, okay, well, I'm a footballer first, and then I'm like me second, if that makes sense. Which is, it's just the wrong way to do it. Like, you have to think that there is so much to you as a person. Like, you can't, like, don't just be one dimensional. One dimensional is so boring. I know that people brand that as like that's how you get to be successful, is like being all in on something. And I think there is a time and a place for that. I think you kind of go through different like phases of life where you have to be more like, you kind of have to put more effort into certain areas and be more obsessed about stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, like I said, I think there's a time and a place for that. But like, if you're going through every single day for like years on end and you think you are just one thing, and when that thing gets taken away, best believe me, you are going to feel like the world has just like fallen out from underneath you. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, you are stuck. And I think I've definitely felt that way a lot. So take my word for it. And I think I kind of, I've had a bit of a taste of that since finishing the marathon. And I think that's quite a common experience that a lot of people go through. Yeah, I'm not sure what the big challenge is in terms of like pushing my comfort zone kind of thing is for me. But what I do know is I need something to fill my time. I'm kind of slipping back into that, like being on your phone too much and not really getting a whole lot done, and then feeling guilty about it at the end of the day. And like, it's just not a healthy headspace to be in. It is easy just to fall into habits and bad habits and just let time slip away, sort of thing, which isn't what I want to do. And especially at this point in my life where I've got so much time because I'm not working full time, or because I can't work full time. I think I would look back on it and be like, why did I not just go all in on like YouTube or creating cool content, or I don't know, learning a new skill or whatever. Like, I would really regret that, if especially once I get work. I think looking back on it, I'd be fuming if I didn't do that. I love getting outside though. Like, that's going to be something that's always a part of my life for sure, is being outside in nature. It's just like, I don't know what it is, but being here as opposed to being like in my room or in my house, I just feel like I can think way clearer. Like, there is no, I don't know how to explain it. There's no other noise in my head other than like what I'm thinking about in this moment. I don't know why, but there you have it. Yeah, I feel like I need to fill my time now. Well, not even fill my time, but just like, I don't want to get caught in this weird space of like being too relaxed. Like, I want to give myself time to like I say, like take it all in, but and process everything kind of thing. But I don't want to just get like lazy with it and fall into old habits. I feel like I'm getting close to that point, so I kind of want to move on to like focus on something else now, kind of focus on the next thing. And I feel like honestly that could be just establishing what I want to do on like this channel and YouTube. It's like a passion project for me, and I think I would regret not like putting lots of time into that while I have all this free time basically. So yeah, I have a few ideas for like content that I want to do next, but I don't want to go into too much. I don't want to spoil it. Save it for a few videos time or something. I didn't want to script this video too much because I'm still kind of going through the whole like marathon blues stage. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just be like real about it and authentic about it. I didn't want it to come across as like super scripted. I do feel like it has kind of gone all over the place though as a result. But, you know, shit, that's what's going on in my head. So, you know, fun fact, I actually broke the only bone that I've ever broken. Not necessarily true, but one of the only bones I've ever broken, I broke here on a rope swing. If you're interested. I feel like I've kind of covered everything that I wanted to say, but yeah, people kind of rush into stuff. Don't rush into the next thing. Give yourself the time to make the right decision about what it is next that you commit to, or don't commit to anything. You don't have to. There's no pressure to. Don't feel the pressure to do the next thing, the next race, the next challenge. Like, enjoy the time away from like challenging yourself. And when it is time to get back on the horse and push yourself, push your comfort zone, like, don't feel you have to do what everyone else is doing. Yeah. Shit, get outside more, man. Just get outside. People stay inside too much these days, especially while like it's coming up to summer. The weather's decent. Just get outside. So nice. What the hell? Oh. Nah, that's aura lost. I had no aura to begin with.